this is funny, Stuttering John, everyone on the show to make extra money makes appearances.
Yeah.
It's turned into a whole business here, whole side business. Casey makes appearances. He's got some kind of warped stand-up act about pedophilia. No one even wants to book him. Stuttering John has a stand-up act.
He has a whole traveling circus.
So Gary comes to me today. He goes, ever since these guys got stand-up acts, they got this whole thing going. He goes, I don't have an act. So I still have to take all the crap jobs.
He's cutting ribbons.
Like Gary shows up at rodeos and literally gets it in a barrel and lets like a bull attack him.
Dude, you know what they did to me? This is about a year ago.
You have no act, right?
I got to talk to you about this.
Did you show up?
He almost has to die.
Well, Gary did a thing for a while where he was doing like Howard Stern trivia and stuff, but it doesn't go over.
Right.
I went to a monster truck show about a year ago, and the rap was, Gary's going to come out in Bigfoot,
Yeah. The truck.
The truck. But when I get there,
not the guy.
Here's the joke. The joke is they gave me a little tiny dune buggy with a little Bigfoot thing over it. So now I am, in essence, the clown.
Right.
I come out in Bigfoot that's
like
about 4
a big
feet long.
wheel, not a big foot.
I heard you told them you wouldn't do it.
I did, and then
they're like, well, what are you going to do then, boy?
Exactly.
What you going to do, you Guinness?
You know what the worst part about that was? They announced me, right? Meantime,
come here, you guinea. Get the hell in there.
Come here, you greaseball, whoppy son of a bitch. Get in Bigfoot before I drag you down Route 9.
I can tell you, I came this close to killing myself.
You whoppy whore.
The thing's got gears on it, so I'm like switching gears, and they teach you how to drive it about a minute before you go out.
All of a sudden you're in a tractor.
So they have to go, here comes Baba Booey and Bigfoot. So I go out, what they don't tell you is they turn all the lights on in the place and they throw a spotlight on me. So now I'm blind. I can't see where I'm going.
Right, and you spazzy dago.
and like all these hayseeds are laughing at you.
I'm going off of memory. I'm driving this stupid thing off of memory. It was so embarrassing.
What are you doing this weekend? I heard it's weird.
Well, this weekend I'm going to a place down in Florida.
Yeah!
they're waiting for it.
Three-wheel it, meatball!
What are you doing down there?
My manager goes, hey, I got your gig. I'm like, great, what is it?
Manager.
He goes, you know those places where they sell condos?
Divorce attorney.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's his manager.
He's also your manager.
Wait a minute. You say a place where they sell condoms?
Condo.
Condo.
Condo. So you know how they have the open house at the condo? What do they call that one?
Like Century Village?
The model house.
The model house, yeah.
I'll be appearing at the model house.
You are kidding me. Why don't you just dredge cesspools?
Hey, Baba Booey, how much for taxes in this son of a bitch?
The worst thing about that is, no one's going to show up.
That's how.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Or if somebody does, they're going to mistake him for like some realtor who show him the place.
Right over here's the toilet.
Yeah, I get sick before those kind of appearances. Yeah. No one's showing, and I know Gary's probably getting paid decent money, and then when no one shows, they
believe me, I know that horror. When I was in Detroit, when I was doing radio in Detroit. Not that I'm not doing radio in Detroit now. We're on syndication, but I used to live in Detroit and do radio in Detroit, and nobody. They used to send us out on appearances so people would get interested in us. And I even said to the program director, no one's going to be interested in us.
Right.
Because we've got to do good radio if they're going to be interested in us. So we'd send me out in costumes to Rocky Horror Picture Show movies. People would throw eggs at me.
What kind of costumes?
Like one night I had to host a Rocky Horror Picture Show Halloween, and I had to dress up like a vampire or something. I show up as a vampire.
You got any pictures?
Thank God I did. Yeah, I do. I put one in my book, I think.
Oh my goodness!
I'm a vampire, and I show up, and people throwing toast and crap at me. That Rocky Horror thing.
Rocky Horror thing.
Then I had to go to introduce a punk club in Windsor, in Canada, because it's right over the border.
Right.
And Windsor's a big market. People start throwing eggs and stuff. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. Then I had to go race cars, race against another guy, the Dakar Rock.
What was the picture I saw of you in D.C. or Detroit?
Oh, I had to do a tug of war.
No, you were in some sort of a foot race, and you were wearing a leotard, almost like you were dressed like Superman.
No, that was me wrestling a woman.
Oh.
This is dumb crap.
Well, here's the embarrassing part for me. Here's a perfect for instance, right? If I'm doing an appearance at a place, I get there a half an hour early, and I do flybys. I drive back and forth with my car to see if the parking lot looks full. And if it's not, then I just torture myself. Yeah. Right? I get like an ulcer. So I went to do.
Who's going to go to a condo?
Listen to this.
Open house.
But here's where it gets really embarrassing.
In Florida, it's never old people.
No. I went to go do Bally Total Fitness in Englewood Cliffs last week. So I'm going by, and I see they got balloons, to make a big deal out of it and everything. This embarrasses me to death. They hired, they had gotten, at least a half a dozen, cops.
Oh, no.
To hold the people back?
I don't know. They hired security, crowd control.
It was only hypothermic.
No, it was a decent.
Hypothermic didn't even show up.
I got to tell you,
I'm not
going to that. I'm in New Jersey. Tell these cops to let me in.
Hi, cops.
Crowd control.
I can't get by the cops. The only appearance in my whole life I've ever needed crowd control for were the ones I followed you in.
Right.
Yeah, tell them the one at the stereo. Come on, that's the best one.
This got to be. It's about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a stereo store in New Jersey. It's in a little strip mall in the middle of nowhere. So it's like a stereo store, deli, and a realty place in the middle of nowhere. It's a Saturday in the middle of July. Anybody who's got anything to do is at the beach. It's it's got to be 80 degrees. It's the best beach day ever.
Right.
It's a little, this guy owns a store. It's just, I walk in there. He's got a ton of food for all the people that are going to come. He got a 6-foot hero, a bunch of salads. He got his entire family there to help with sales and with security.
Oh.
3 people.
Oh.
In 2 hours.
2 hours.
You sat there for 2 hours? You have to, I guess.
I still take the check.
Are you ever tempted to just say, you know what, you keep the money and I'm leaving?
But
you can't do that.
Yeah.
The guy goes, hey, Gary, you want to take some Zapolas home?
Right, yeah, he's giving him a bag.
What do you say to the guy? What do you say to the guy?
I said, listen, I'm sorry, it's usually not like this. Is probably because it's a sunny day. I've done better than that 90% of the time.
Do you talk to him the whole time and try and keep him busy?
Dude, I'm behind the counter, and I'm just talking to him and his girlfriend for 2 hours.
Of buying things?
And do you see the look of disappointment on his face?
They were so nice about it. They could have been really, mean about it. They were so nice about it. So then when the whole thing's over, I just want to leave, but now they want me to come back and eat with the family. I feel bad even eating the food.
We gotta videotape their condo appearance. Yeah, we're thinking of buying a condo. Let's go see Baba Booey.
Yeah, let's go to the Baba Booey condo.
What do you do when the people do show up? When they had the 6 cops hired and there was no people, how many people?
There were people there, but not enough to.
100?
Yeah, 100. Over 2 hours.
Right.
Or maybe over an hour.
That's 5 people online.
Right.
So that people sort of dribbling.
Were the cops laughing at you?
When I got there,
dribbling in.
In fact, it was really funny because I walked in and they immediately whisked me into this private room, and then some girl walked in who had been on our show once.
Private room.
Yeah. This girl walks in who'd been on our show once, and she just came to say hello, and they get very okay, you got to leave now. They pushed her out of the room.
I got to do something.
Great.
She can stay.
You finally had a person.
Remember the appearance he did where he had a big sledgehammer and he had to start busting up a car?
That was at a monster truck show.
I had to do one of those in Detroit because everybody hated foreign cars in Detroit.
Right.
I had to go smack a Toyota or something. I actually ended up in Time Magazine. It was a big deal that I did.
Well, that was because it was news-related.
Can I tell you the worst one ever, Howard? The worst gig ever?
I predict more people are going to show up for my rabbit at Petland today to go see Lucky.
Yeah, hire a cop for that.
The worst gig ever.
Hire a cop for the rabbit.
Appearances with Lucky.
There you go.
Why don't you bring Lucky? You want to get Lucky.
I'm afraid Lucky might be kidnapped by John.
Yeah, there you go. Gary and Howard Stern's rabbit.
You were lucky because you had cheap stories.
You ought to adopt a rabbit.
I would take a rabbit on a plane?
Yeah. Dude, at least it's something for people to look at. Hey, there's Lucky, that rabbit Howard.
Hey, Baba Booey, where's that goddamn rabbit?
I got to say,
hey, Baba Booey, where's that goddamn rabbit?
Can you imagine, Howard? I'm staying in 2 different hotels. I'm staying in one hotel on Friday and one on Saturday. I got to take the rabbit on the plane. I got to transfer hotels with it. I got to keep an eye on it.
Dude, at least you have something to do.
Better than nothing.
Did you appear? I heard that you appeared at a Burger King with a clown.
I appeared at a Burger King at a clown with John.
With me.
We did a Burger King together, and then I appeared at a Burger King, and the marquee said, today, Gary Baba Booey, 2 to 4. Tomorrow, Pogo the Clown.
You know what, Howard? You want to see something funny? In L.A., we did an appearance at Bally's Fitness, okay? And when they lined up a table with us to sit the sign stuff, there was a whole line of people who just worked out, getting ready to see us. And John said, Melrose Larry got us Burger King.
Oh, yeah.
Or he's eating Burger King.
We're in the middle of Bally's. I'm eating a Whopper.
That's funny.
I didn't want to grab like a mayonnaise on it.
But the worst gig I ever did in the history of all gigs, and I told them this wasn't going to work. Remember, Car Cash? I don't know if they're still on with us. Yeah. But Car Cash is a place where you go to sell your car. In essence, it's a garage on 11th Avenue. Right. That's what it is. I mean, it's a good place to go sell your car.
Right.
Saturday from noon to 2, it's pouring rain out. Okay? And I'm in a garage on 11th Avenue.
Yeah, that made no sense.
One guy, and the one guy that showed up had a million things and was not leaving. He showed up at 5 after 12 and stayed till 2, and I had to talk to him for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, at least he had something to do.
But you know what? No,
he was busy with them.
He was so creepy. He was weirding them out.
What did CarCash think was going to happen? Like, people going to drive to CarCash to see you?
I once did an appearance at Staten Island at Roy Roger. It was me and Barney.
Yeah. How many people? I bet you more people show up for Barney.
Yeah, he outdrew me.
You got to be booked into the right venue.
Hey, Baba Booey, this here's a nice condo. I hear there's a bunny somewhere here.
Hey, John, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, how you doing?
Thanks.
Hey, Gary's not the only one that nobody shows up. I felt sorry for him, but it was Fred about a couple of years ago. I went to see him at this, Boodle's Opera House in Chester. Mm-hmm. And I was counting the people, and by the time he started, there was only about 10 people there.
There you go.
I went to see Fred one night. There was about.
For him. He's good and everything, but there was nobody there.
I went to see Fred in Brooklyn one night. There was about 7 people there.
Yeah?
And all I know is Fred ignored me. I was sitting there like jamming. I brought about 8 people with me.
I'm getting a rabbit.
the audience.
Yeah, you need the rabbit. Seriously, Gary, if you toured with the rabbit, people would go. I'm not kidding.
He's got to bring the rabbit to Boca.
You got to go get that rabbit.
Imagine my rabbits in Boca this weekend.
And then, yesterday he was in the park abandoned. Now he's in Boca.
Now he's doing a tour in Boca.
Now he's getting first class accommodation.
He's talking to Baba Booey. And he's like, put me back in the park, goddammit. He's going to hang himself.
Hey, Baba Booey, could you take a picture of my wife from the rabbit?
Howard, you know what the other weird thing is? Is that people show up and say and do really inappropriate stuff. Because, again, I'm just there to talk to people. So people come and say, hey, your teeth aren't that big, and they think they're complimenting me and everything. Oh, you're not as fat as I thought. But I was at this Burger King, and this guy was a plumber, and you know that there's a big plastic ring that you put on the bottom of your toilet? I don't know if you know about this, but when you put your toilet on the ground, it's a big rubber ring.
Right.
The guy goes, hey, he pulls it out, it's wrapped in plastic, it's brand new. He wanted me to bite it. He said, could you please bite the ring?
Why?
I said, no. He wanted my teeth indentation in the ring. And I said, no. And he started making a big scene about it.
Yeah, but hey, man, I came... What is it, Case?
Yeah, you're talking about weird stuff you do for money and stuff like that. One time, I had to judge a male hot body contest.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a joke when I got there. But when I get there, they got a checklist. I got to check off guys' hair, their teeth, their packages and stuff like that.
You liked it, admit it. All right. We'll be back right after these words.